Hey guys, it's Jordan here, and today I will be teaching you guys how to consistently book 56 calls a month with LinkedIn. So just so you guys understand how crazy our software actually is, I'll show you guys a quick example of someone we've worked with in the past. So going over this, we have Savvy Capital. Before they joined on with Reachium, they had an inconsistent stream of meetings with email. This is because they would do big blasts, get a bunch of meetings, and then have a bunch of time in between campaigns where they weren't able to book meetings. They would also have big issues with outages and domains. Domains would go down, they'd get burned, deliverability would go down, and you'd have to stop sending on all these different accounts. They also had insanely low response rates. We were getting 1 to 2% response rates on all our campaigns, as well as low intent prospects. These are people that they get on the call with you, they're, hey, what's up? They don't even want to talk to you. And most of all, this was super time consuming. We were sending hundreds of thousands of emails a day for barely any responses and so much time wasted. After we got Savvy on with Reachium, we got them consistently sending with 10 to 20 LinkedIn accounts. Each account sends 25 messages a day. While working with Savvy and using these accounts, we've sent over 300,000 messages to target prospects. And with these campaigns, we got 30 to 70% reply rates. So when you think about it, even though we're not sending as crazy volume, we have to contact way less leads and way more of them respond, which means it's less time consuming and easier to launch. To go over a few quick stats, the first campaign we ran was to hire advisors for Savvy. We initially got a 41% acceptance rate, which means you send 100 requests, 41 of them are accepting. And then of this 41, 70% are responding. And most of these were positive responses. For the second campaign, we were looking to hire analysts and team leads. So we reached out to people that had previously worked at Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, all the big investment banks, and we got a 55% acceptance rate and a 61% reply rate. This is insane. Email went from 1 to 2% to 70% reply rate. This just shows you what Reachium can do when you implement it correctly. Next, we're going to be explaining why cold outreach is so hard. First of all, with email, you have low deliverability because domains are going down, emails are getting cooked. Sometimes you can't even send when you want to. And then the other issue with email is you have low intent leads. These people don't really want to talk to you. You spammed them, they decided to reply because they saw something that might be interesting. But when you get on a call with them, they're harder closes. With LinkedIn, the existing LinkedIn tools all suck. Every single one of them. I've been in the market for so long, tried every single one, and they were horrible. You couldn't A/B test different campaigns. You didn't have AI personalization and all these tools that didn't let us get good success with LinkedIn. And the other issue with LinkedIn was it wasn't scalable with the current systems in place. We couldn't get enough accounts to match the amount of output we were doing with email. And this is why we moved away from email and just stuck to LinkedIn. Now that we've mastered LinkedIn, we've found a way that actually works. Using LinkedIn, we've been able to have insane engagement, especially compared to email. We're getting 60 to 70% reply rates on some of our campaigns. With email, you're getting 1%. This isn't even comparable. The other biggest thing is speed to the market. When you're trying a new offer, you don't have time to wait around for your emails to warm up or this and that. You want to launch right away. With LinkedIn, you can start sending within 24 hours of signing up. There's no onboarding, there's no warm up, there's no bullshit. The next biggest thing is the long-term value of LinkedIn outreach. We're able to actually build a network on the platform that you can go back to and hit these warm leads that you've already connected with. And this lets you exponentially grow over time. With email, you might send messages, they respond, you get on a call, and you never talk to them again. With LinkedIn, and specifically with Reachium, you're able to save all your contacts in a list and contact them whenever you want for specific reasons and use these warm contacts to drive revenue. So now that I've explained why LinkedIn is so much better than email, I'm going to explain to you all the different ways you can go about running LinkedIn in the current landscape. First of all, we have manual LinkedIn campaigns. This is hell. It sucks. You're in the trenches sending hundreds of DMs to all these people that you don't even know if they'll respond, and you're wasting your time. It's super time consuming and not scalable at all, but when you're doing manual, you can do insane personalization and you can do the research. That is the one benefit, but it is horrible. I do not recommend any of you guys do this. It's slow and it doesn't make money. The two best options are either a SaaS, which is accessing a software that lets you automate messages and send out messages at scale, but still personalize them to your target market. Doing this is a cheaper alternative, although still very time consuming and has learning curves and hard barriers to entry because it's not easy to run a high performing LinkedIn campaign. If you don't want to waste time testing and seeing what works, I would say an agency is probably the best solution for you. This is the most expensive method because you're gonna have to pay someone to do it. You'll be able to have the best people in the industry working on your outreach, making sure it performs to the highest level possible. This is a low time commitment and very scalable depending on the agency, although the only issue with this method is that it does cost a bit. So first of all, I'll give you a bit of background on me and the other co-founder. I've been doing LinkedIn outbound for 3+ years, and I've also worked in the investment banking industry. And when I was working here, we were sending a bunch of emails, and that's when I saw all the pain points that you guys are probably facing right now. Low deliverability, domains are dying, all these issues. And so when I experienced this, I found LinkedIn as a better way of running outreach. After this, I moved to LinkedIn and never looked back. I also have a lot of experience in the financial market specifically, and I'm actually licensed in the US and Canada for asset management. My co-founder Vince owns a software company that develops AI solutions for enterprise clients, mostly optimizing their operations. He wanted me to run LinkedIn for him to get him new clients, and after I was telling him how bad all the competitors are in this industry, we decided that he could just build us a way better solution than any of these other guys. Vince and I decided to partner up using all my experience trying out all these different softwares to build the best possible tool for LinkedIn outreach. We have a proprietary software. Because Vince has built this from the ground up, no one else on the planet has access to this software. We have a built-in CRM in the software, so you can manage your leads and make sure no one falls through the cracks. We have AI personalized messaging, so your connection requests can pull information from their LinkedIn profiles and do hyper-targeted messaging. And the biggest thing is we're up to date with the newest LinkedIn trends. We're pushing updates that no one else has even thought of yet. These are the features that really make a difference in performance compared to other softwares. The other biggest thing is integration. With our done-for-you service, we completely integrate with the client. We have a couple clients that we work with right now, and we actually jump on meetings with their clients and act as if we're employees for their company. We completely integrate with your business to give you the best branding possible, as well as we offer in-depth stats we can provide to your clients so they understand exactly what they're paying for. These are the 5 steps you need to take to start sending LinkedIn messages today. First of all, complete the onboarding form so we know exactly who you guys want to target. And after that, all you have to do is connect your accounts to Reachium. From there, we'll look through your onboarding form and create you a targeted list and the best possible copy that will work for your offer. From there, you just have to approve our copy. And then within 24 hours, we start sending 800 requests per account per month for you. Now we'll jump into a few other case studies that we have for businesses that we've worked with and driven real results for. Obviously, I could talk all day about Reachium, but what you guys want to see is results and if this is actually working. So let's jump into the next slide, which is a couple more case studies of businesses that we've driven real returns for. First of all, we'll go over Ascend Capital. We've just signed them on about 2 months ago, and before we signed them on, they had little to no email volume. They were sending 2,000 emails a day, dealing with a bad campaign manager that wouldn't even respond to our client. They had inconsistent book meetings, most likely because of low volume and bad copy, as well as low intent clients. When they get on a call, they don't even know why they're there. When Preston signed on with us, we started sending within 24 hours, and we started with 1 account so he could see how it worked. Within the first month of running his campaign, we booked more meetings than he'd gotten in the past 7 months of running email. This is crazy. He was so happy with his results that he instantly onboarded 3 clients the next month. And on the calls he got on, the prospects were pretty much begging him to take their cash. I've also included the first 2 campaigns we ran for Preston. The first one, we got a 34% acceptance rate with a 64% reply rate. And then the second, which was for his client, we got a 41% acceptance rate and a 61% reply rate. When we talk about about email campaigns, these numbers aren't even comparable. Next off, we'll talk about Vital Ridge, one of our other clients that signed with us, and his business was pretty much at zero. He had a great idea for the business. He had no structure, no partners, and no real business yet. What he wanted to do is build out a team of people that would give him credibility to start out. So his first mission was to build a team of advisors in his specific space. And as the chief of staff of one of the biggest hospitals in Florida, he wanted to target the healthcare sector. So we got him 2 Harvard-educated advisors. One was a buy-side advisor investing in the biotech space, and the other was a mental health, which was super specific to his industry, a mental health advisor that was super connected within that specific niche. Here's the first 2 campaigns we ran to the 2 advisors. We got a 20% acceptance rate and a 48% reply rate for the first advisor. And for the second advisor, we ran a campaign and got a 23% acceptance rate and a 30% reply rate. This just shows how even based on the reply rate, you're still getting real meetings. And it just goes to show that lower rates than before can still book insane amounts of calls. We didn't even push that much volume with him. We only had 2 accounts and we booked 40 calls in the first month. After we signed the 2 advisors, we continued running these 2 accounts to try to drive revenue for the startup. And we've already gotten $250K in pipeline in the first month. Finally, we'll discuss Yanni Capital. They came to us wanting to build a full advisory board, and that's exactly what we did with them. They had strong deal flow, didn't particularly need outbound to make sales, but they wanted to build a real business and gain credibility. So our approach to this was, let's build the best advisory board possible. In the first month working with them, we booked them 20 calls with the best advisors possible, and 6 of those 20 signed with them. After this, we moved to a more investor relations approach, and we got them in meetings with high quality investors that actually wanted to talk. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Really appreciate it, but I can see that you still haven't booked a call, and I know you want to, so how about you go down below right now and find a time that works for you? I'm looking forward to talking to you soon.